Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a themed painting. It's not really a car, but it is a vehicle of sorts. You probably already read it on the description of the video, but this is the world's smallest big wheel. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I got this at Meyer, which if you're not familiar with this region, because I don't think they're all across the United States, but it's kind of like a Walmart, just a different name, different company. So anyway, because it's got, like, the full groceries, deli, meat department, produce, all that stuff, and then it's got the clothing and pharmacy and electronics and all that stuff, just like a Walmart. And they have their own brand of products and stuff. It's a really good store. But anyway, that's where I found that, and they had some other stuff like a smallest Rubik's cube, and I think they had a the Red Flyer wagon. I think it's Red Flyer, isn't it? Radio Flyer, maybe that's what it's called, and a few other things. But I saw that, I thought I got to do that, so that's what we're going to do tonight. So I decided to go with a blue background because I was trying to think, what can I do with it? And I'm just going to do flames out the back, just because I want to, and I just thought it'd be kind of humorous that a big wheel doesn't really go that fast. It's just pedal power, and it's usually a little kid's pedal power, so they don't really go that fast, but they probably feel like they're really, especially if they're the smaller they are, they probably really feel like they're really tearing it up and really going fast. So I wanted to do some flames, and I used blue because it does have some blue in it. The back part is a blue. I didn't really want to use red, but I just thought blue would be a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do. Now I've already got the blue mixed and down on the canvas. I've already have red, yellow, and orange, and I probably use a little bit of white. I already have those mixed in my ready to go squirt tubes, and so all I got to do is adjust the camera and we can get started. All right, as you can see, we have the blue down, so we're gonna go down, and I've decided to not do a very, maybe I will. I thought about maybe not just going down just a little strip of fire down there. But it is a big wheel, even though it's the smallest big wheel. Give her a torch. Straight line of yellow, just a little bit more red over here, some here. Usually I don't have to add much more orange, but I'm going to add some orange here. Let's see. holes in there. So we have a big wheel right there. So now we're gonna work on the flame part. Get a paper towel. Ready? All right, so we're gonna have the big wheel right there. I think that'll work pretty good. Let me give her a torch real quick and I'll call it done on the paint part of it. All right, so this is dried. We got the back taped so that when the resin dries and it has those drops on the bottom that harden, it'll pull off real easily. So this is a 10 by 20 canvas. We have Promise epoxy, 7 ounces that we're going to be using for a 10 by 20. Oh, I tore I just cleaned this cup off, so I must have had some hardened epoxy on the top of that. Cut my glove right there. So try to be careful not to get my hand in it too much. And to try to find if it fell, that hard part fell in here. Which we can usually feel it. So we don't want any hard pieces of hardened epoxy inside the resin there. So I'm not going to dip my whole hand in there like I normally do. Kind of go a little less heavy-handed, I guess you could say. Just because I don't want to get that all on my hand. That's why I wear a glove, so. Well, I don't feel anything hard in there, so it must have just been on the edge of the cup. I usually try to break all those off, but evidently I missed part of it. Oh, there it is, betcha. Is that it? All right. We have our little big wheel there. All right, let me get a chair ready here. Get some of this on the side. I didn't get it quite. Just checking these sides. All right. Since I was going a little light-handed, I think I missed a couple spots on the side. And there is a hair. Evidently a beard hair. I have to watch for those as well. So I had a festival the last 2 days. Was at. It went pretty well. I sold a number of pieces. Sold some pieces to some people that had bought from me before. Met some people that had bought from me before. A couple of ladies, they weren't together, but at 2 separate times. One lady came in and she had bought a necklace from me the year before at that same festival. And she was actually wearing it. How cool was that? And she said she loves it. And so that was kind of cool that she was actually wearing it. I don't know if she planned it and thought maybe I'd be there, or if she just wears it. But she said she wears it all the time and she just loves it. That makes you feel good. And then another lady bought one for her son, and she said he loves it and wears it for at least 4 days a week. And that, I guess none of them really wear jewelry, but the other brothers are kind of jealous. So she bought 3 pieces of jewelry from me for them. So it was kind of cool to hear that having some repeat customers, and that they love the necklaces or the paintings. And I had done a horse painting, one with a horse on it a couple of years ago, and it turned out really great. It's one of my, I don't know if it was my favorite, but it's up there pretty high with my favorites. And this young gal had purchased it, and so she was there and with her mom, and she ended up buying a dragon one from me. So it was good to see her again, and then it turns out that the vendor that was behind me was her dad, and I had talked to him the day before, and that day too. So it was kind of cool. Didn't realize that was his daughter that bought the horse one from me, and now she has a dragon one too. And she's a good artist as well, I found out. Really good. And I found her page. Her dad showed me her page on Instagram, so I followed her on Instagram. And yeah, she's really good. But, yeah, so it was a good festival, 2 days, nice weather out, it wasn't hot, it wasn't cold, just the right temperatures, at least for me. It's like in the mornings it was high 60s, and it got into the low 70s in the afternoon, so that's my kind of weather. I don't like it real hot, and I don't really like it that cold, but enough where I can wear shorts and my hey dudes without any socks. And a nice, I like the dry fit shirts that I don't like the cotton heavy feel. I like it real light and airy. So I was really enjoying the weather. All right. Actually, the dragon painting the young lady bought was actually the first painting I did for this little big wheel. And at the last minute, I saw the dragon on my shelf over there, and I decided to put the dragon on it. I'm glad I did, because it did sell, although I think this will sell pretty easily. So we're going to put this in and tilt the wheel just a little bit, like right there, like that. And there we have it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm glad I bought that big wheel, that world's smallest big wheel. All right, let me know what you think. Leave a comment, hit the like button. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to subscribe. Thanks for watching.